imagine the logistical nightmare that it must have been back in the day to meet up with somebody without having a phone? I fully struggle now. I have most of my family members on Find a Friend. Find somebody and meet up with someone with Find a Friend, you have no hope. So imagine how difficult it would be if you planned to travel somewhere and you just had to take their word for it that they were going to be in a certain position at a certain time, catch an exact ferry. You would really have to trust someone, wouldn't you? And she did. She trusted him full-heartedly. She was going to take a leap of faith. Her words, direct quote, it was now or never. If he was leaving to go to the UK, so was she. And off they went to start a new life in London, the promised land. We're going to have more and see more, make something of themselves. And things have been going just to plan. He had saved every penny she earned from her job. However, to be exact, and in those days that was the big bucks. He had given her very specific instructions, and it wasn't easy. In fact, for someone who had never left their home, the journey was rather complicated. A train, a bus, a ferry. All the while not knowing if the person you were supposed to be meeting was actually going to meet you on the other side. And if he wasn't there, you had no way of getting home. That was a one-way fare. If it didn't work out, you were pretty much stuck in a city you didn't know. No mobile phone, no money for a cab, no map, no address of anyone you know. Blind faith and love. First love, you know, like the obsession that you are definitely not in your hometown anymore. I'd love to be in her head for a second and just like seeing everything for the first time, like the big buildings. Imagine how overwhelming that would have been. Look around, you've never seen so many people in your life. You can't see him. Panic. Panic you've never experienced before. Around a quiet bench, which you hope you'll be able to see him or he'll be able to see you. And you start to wonder if you've done the right thing in leaving your little siblings at home. And just as you're questioning, coming all this way, you see him. He's obviously seen you too. He's making a beeline for you. He's got the biggest smile on his face. In his hands, he's carrying the biggest bouquet of flowers you've ever seen. And in that moment, you know you've made the right decision. Until the Met came and let you know about all the devastation back home. Bridey, where the bloody hell are you? The guard have been out looking for you. Ammy's worried sick about you. Someone's opened their big mouth at home. See, the person that was sitting praying for forgiveness was Bridey's little sister, who she'd sworn to secrecy. And the person calling her now was her big sister, who was fully aware of her plans to leave Tipperary, start a new life with her fancy man Timmy, but her parents didn't approve of Timmy at all. He was a tailor's son from Drumcallahan. A decent family, but just not quite up to their standards, especially Bridey's dad. She was his favourite after all. Bridey knew that her days were numbered. If the police had already been to see her sister, it was only a matter of time before they'd come and find her too. No way she was going home. London was everything she dreamed of. It was busy and loud, perfect for a wild child like her. And even though she felt really bad about leaving everyone back at home, particularly her dad, she knew that he was her destiny. So when the Met came to find her, she sent them back with a very specific message. They wanted her back, they'd have to come and collect her themselves, and she would go kicking and screaming. And if you knew this woman, you would know she meant every word of that.